Alrighty, g'day lads, how yous all doing? Let me start off by saying, I'm bloody sorry. I'm gonna start this video off with saying that 2042 sucks. Simple as fact. I've been grinding this game since launch, beta, everything, getting the hype for it. And I thought that I was gonna be able to come out here, come out the ballpark and just make videos weekly, videos daily, stream this content every single day, enjoy the game. I haven't been able to do any of that pretty much. Now I know other content creators are doing pretty good for themselves. They're making the content, they're enjoying it. I think they're enjoying it, or at least they're putting on a brave face for it. But man, this game is such a bloody letdown. And this is coming from somebody who stuck through BFV for 3,000 hours while everybody bounced and we only had a certain amount of content creators left in it. Now, if you have seen my streams or you have seen my videos, people will know that I'm predominantly infantry. I try to focus on infantry and try to get the best out of the infantry gameplay. It was only recently at the end of BFV's life cycle that I tried the vehicles just so I could learn something different so it wasn't just the same thing over and over again. But 2042's infantry aspect is literally 10% of the game. There is none. It's mind-numbing. You feel like this speck that just... no matter what you do, you're not going to have an impact in the match. You're not going to be the person who can swindle the way that the match goes. It's just so brain dead. Now let's go all the way to the beginning, when the hype first started coming for 2042. Myself and everybody else that I know that still played Battlefield at the time couldn't have been happy with what we were seeing from 2042. A lot of us were a little skeptical at the beginning on 128 players and knowing that it would bring massive maps. And I think that we were right to be skeptical on some aspects of it. But for the most part, 2042 looked like it was going to be the changing factor for the franchise. Then they announced Portal and the love letter to the community, or whatever it was supposed to be. And I know, myself included, everybody was grasping onto Portal and being, LA is going to be working on it. They're going to be doing such a good job. It's the old Battlefield teams coming back. It's going to be massive. It's probably going to take over the main 2042 game mode. But it didn't. Then we get to beta. And beta's iffy. Couple of bugs, but it's nothing that wasn't game breaking. The guns seemed to be in an okay position. Movement was in an okay position. The map was we got orbital, so it wasn't great, but it was playable. We had fun. And even I was saying during the beta, I said I would rather play this beta for 3,000 hours rather than play Battlefield 5 for another day. Now, I don't know if I jinxed it or somebody else jinxed it, but that was the fucking downfall from that point up until now. After the beta, a lot of us got into a private event before full release. They wanted us to show us the game modes, different weapons, different operators, and they wanted us to give the feedback. Now, the Battlefield community never sees eye to eye. There's always somebody on the fence or somebody over in the left field. But this is the one thing that I will say, every single person that was in this event that I was in, we all agreed on pretty much the same things. And this wasn't like 2-3 days into the event. This was immediately after the first round. A lot of the boys noticed movement changes, gun changes, spread changes. And it's not like they just went and said, oh, this game is going bad, like it doesn't play the same. They were giving constructive feedback. And it just feels like they didn't listen to all of it. They listened to some of it, but I feel like they might have only listened to like the easier fixes instead of the main fixes. The communication side of things after release were good. The Battlefield Twitter was keeping us updated with updates. They were always replying to people. They were telling people things are on the way. They were giving us good information about the updates were coming. The updates were flowing weekly. And they weren't just like 5 or 6 changes. Like, they were actual good fixes. We had a patch there that was over 100 changes one time, including spread and recoil control, which is the main things that we asked for. But even though that we were still getting these updates weekly and we were enjoying it, it was making the game better, and we all thought, damn, they're really turning it around. Well, now we've gotten to the point where we're at right now, where it's like they've just done a full 360 and we've gone back to square one. And it's really starting to feel like no matter what they update, this game is gonna suck. There's no changing it. I really think that it might be too late for this game to even get a player base back. Updates have dwindled. Communications dwindled. The stability of the game's dwindled. The player base has dwindled beyond belief. I loaded this game up 2 weeks ago, and I struggled to play 40 minutes of it. And that's coming from somebody who played Battlefield 5 for almost 3,000 hours. I just don't get that Battlefield feel with this game. I know there is some selected people that are enjoying it and are still making content on it, and good for them. I wish that I had the same fucking motivation that they do, but I just don't. I don't want to sit here and do another Battlefield 5 where 12 months down the track, oh, the game's okay now, but nobody's watching it, nobody cares about it, nobody's interested in it, there's no new players coming to it. I could sit here for at least an hour going through the cons about this game, all the bugs, the problems, what people don't like about it, what people do like about it. But there's plenty of those videos on YouTube and on Facebook and stuff like that. This is just my video apologizing for their fuck up. Apologizing for not making the content that I said that I was going to make on it. As a Battlefield player and fan of the franchise, I was so keen to get in weekly, making videos, tutorials, weapon guides, specialist guides. I was down for it all. But when I can't even bear to play this game for longer than 40 minutes on a day-to-day basis, I can barely even get in a round. And now I know I'm not the only content creator who's feeling this. I'm not the only player who's feeling this. So once again, I'm sorry to you guys. Sorry for letting you down with the whole content side of things. I am still streaming other games. I've kind of moved over to a little bit of variety at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't think DICE is going to be able to pull this one back, even with the rumor and tweet about them going free to play. I just don't see it happening. I hope it does, and if it does, I'll return. I'll come back to this game at Season 1 and see what it offers then. For the ones that have stuck through me through my live streams, I appreciate you guys so much. You are keeping this alive for me at the moment. Let's hope a game releases soon, or they pull something out of their ass with this game. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video or in the live stream.